From the 2019 Global Legal Hackathon in Tel Aviv, Israel. My name is Cori Goudchaux, and I'm the host for today's show. Joining me today is Inbal, and she is coming to us as a GROWL mentor as part of the Israeli team. Before we get started, I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little about.
Okay, so hi, I'm Inbal Baumer, and I'm the founder and the CEO of LegalUp. LegalUp is a document automation platform that helps lawyers do their job more efficiently and streamlined. So I've been a commercial lawyer myself for quite a few years in big law firms here in Israel, and I was quite frustrated by the inefficiency of the drafting. So our tool was invented to solve exactly this, the inefficiency in drafting of legal documents by lawyers. And our tool can be used either by law firms or by corporate departments. And we already have a few thousands of users, including 85% of the 20 biggest law firms here in Israel. And we are now in the process of expanding outside of Israel.
Fantastic. So you actually were a GROWL mentor. So we started as part of the GLH. We launched the GROWL initiative, which is the Global Rise of Women in Legal Tech. Holy cow, I'm a little tired and jet lagged.
Sure.
But anyways, we launched that this year really with the hopes of just shedding light on the fact that there aren't a lot of women in legal tech and aren't in the forefront. And so we really thought that if we gave them their own initiative, would inspire women to come on board. Obviously, you came on as a mentor. What prompted you or what inspired you to want to mentor other women teams?
I think it's so important to have more women in the startup and world, and specifically in the legal tech sector. As a woman myself, it was not that easy for me to take the decision and make the move from being a lawyer to an entrepreneur.
Sure.
And I can say that I was always surrounded by men, also in my work as a commercial lawyer, but also in the high tech, in the startup ecosystem, most people are men. And it's very frustrating to see the statistics that only 8% of the entrepreneurs are women. And I think it's really, really important to encourage more and more women to take more risks and be able to stand in front and present. And by way of those initiatives, it really gives courage and the endorsement for women to be more exposed and to be able to do those steps.
Yeah. How do you feel creating a more gender diverse environment helps the legal industry in general?
This is very important. I think that women are bringing to the table a very unique point of view, which is appreciated. I've just had a conversation before, so many people said that women as lawyers are more detailed oriented. They have other traits that
different skill sets
that are really valuable, and having those in the legal tech is really, really important.
I find myself that women tend to be a lot more collaborative in their way of thinking, and so for us, when we founded GROWL, we really thought that the whole point of the GLH is all about collaboration. It's getting a diverse group of people together to come up with a solution. Some of them are marketers, some of them are developers or lawyers like yourself. So creating that collaborative environment. So hopefully the GROWL initiative has done that for women.
Yes.
And we look for that to continue to happen even past the GLH.
Yes, just another thing I can think about is that one of the things that really make me think about the legal work differently is when I came back from maternity leave. And being a lawyer in a big commercial firm, that everyone are used to work those crazy hours.
Sure.
And I came back and wanted to work less hours, but I wanted, to keep my position and to develop. So it really started to, I really started to pay attention that the work is being done inefficiently. And I think it happens to many women that you're just like enlightened. You see a lot of inefficiency. And when you are very, very sensitive to your time, it bothers you a lot. So this is what brings you to think about more creative ideas, how you can be more streamlined, how you can make the work more efficient.
More efficient, yeah. I think that was one of the things that we hoped would come out of the GLH is, a lot more solutions that affect the business of law as opposed to the practice of law, and creating these solutions that can allow for more efficiencies within the legal departments and, just as even just a practitioner. And that translates, I think, into the practice of law because it gives you more time and ultimately helps out your clients.
Yes.
So how about, tell me a little bit about your experience with the GLH. Is this your first hackathon?
Yes, it's actually my first, and I really love it. I think we've seen here some amazing ideas, amazing groups, very good atmosphere, very good vibes, and it's something different from other legal conventions I've been at. So it's really refreshing to see those wind of change in the legal industry.
Did you have an opportunity to mentor?
Yes, I mentored some of the groups and gave them some feedback. Some of them were based on my, personal experience, which I hope they help.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there one area of the legal tech atmosphere that you sort of thought you might see some solutions come out of that you either saw or didn't see?
I thought I will see more blockchain solutions or more smart contract-based solutions, and we've seen one here.
And why do you think that is? I know that I've heard, from talking with other people that specifically to Israel, that the language seems to be a barrier, with things not being able to compute into Hebrew. Do you think that may be part of an issue, or do you think that it's just not really known yet here in Israel?
It is an issue because many of the solutions that are working flawlessly in English don't work.
They don't translate.
They don't translate, and we have the right to left issue, which is a big barrier.
Sure.
And Israel is a small market, so it's not really that cost efficient to develop products for the Israeli market.
Sure.
So many startups here are not thinking on Israel as a market, but just go abroad.
So they're not marketing domestically; they're thinking on a more global scale.
Yes. What leave Israel with less technical solutions.
Yeah. Which I could see as being, a barrier for not just law firms, but just in general.
Yeah, in general.
And everything.
Yeah.
So.
And we've seen many of the groups here presenting exactly those challenges. They say, we are missing technologies that will help us in the legal work here in Hebrew. So when we started, we developed a bilateral multilingual platform, so it works in English and in Hebrew. But many other solutions don't.
It takes it. Well, I'd like to thank Inbal. Thank you so much for joining me. We've reached the end of the road for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us and for mentoring and being a part of GROWL and a part of the Global Legal Hackathon. We'd also like to thank our listeners for tuning in. If you like what you've heard, please subscribe and rate and review us in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or your favorite podcasting app. I'm Cori Goudchaux, signing off from the 2019 Global Legal Hackathon. Until next time, thanks for listening.
If you'd like more information about what you've heard today, please visit LegalTalkNetwork.com. Subscribe via iTunes and RSS. Find us on Twitter and Facebook, or download our free Legal Talk Network app in Google Play and iTunes. The views expressed by the participants of this program are their own and do not represent the views of, nor are they endorsed by, Legal Talk Network, its officers, directors, employees, agents, representatives, shareholders, and subsidiaries. None of the content should be considered legal advice. As always, consult a lawyer.